Athletes and social media. I'll leave it just like that.
Uh, ooh, man, you see so much of like athletes and lifestyle that they either live or portray to live. It's like, you know, me personally, okay, I had a kid that
Mm-hmm.
reached out to me and wanted me to work him out. And I first thing I did, I went on his page and looked at his Instagram page because he reached out to me, DM me on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I didn't know him personally. Like I never really had a conversation with him prior to that.
Yeah.
But the image that he was trying to portray, I'm like, yo, take that down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's the lifestyle you living, I mean, I can try to persuade you the other way. But if you gonna work with me, like, clean that up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times, you know, athletes forget that they're athletes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think they need to really be reminded of that as well. Like, you know, so a lot of these athletes, you know, they uh they start to merge off into, you know, trying to live or portray this image of uh, trying to impress others.
Mm-hmm.
Man, look, stay stay grounded. You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay to not be that person that you're trying to portray.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If the sport that you love, if that's truly what you love, stay focused on that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of all the extra stuff. You
Right.
know, because to me it's more of a distraction
Mm-hmm.
right now. You know what I'm saying? Again, like I done seen guys that talking about they in the gym, you know, posting pictures or whatever, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But when I see them, um, they don't look like they got better from the last time that I seen them.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, what you been working on?
Mm-hmm.
Again, like it's not what you do, it's how you do it. So if you're in the gym for 2 hours, you're not even sweating, and you just, you know, going through the motion, and you're not fully getting better,
Yeah.
pushing yourself. What are you doing?
Exactly.
You know, so um, I think it's obviously it's a thing these days. You know what I'm saying? Social media, but make sure you keep a clean profile. I mean, whatever you do, I was once a college student, so I know obviously you don't. It's hard to stay focused, especially like when you go away to school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's different. You know, like once you leave out your hometown or you know your home, your area, and you go away and you're in a new environment, it's totally different.
Yeah.
So you know to stay focused, um, and you know try to just keep a clean profile. You know, clean it up to where like, and I've even talked to some coaches too, like they'll look at your social media to see what are you talking about, what kind of kid am I getting,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, like you don't want to lose a scholarship because you're trying to, you know, impress some people that's not gonna have your back when you get into a bind of potentially losing your scholarship.
Right.
You know, so whatever you do behind closed doors, you know, try to keep it to a bare minimum. You
Yeah.
know, to where you know you can get on to the next level. Post your accomplishments too.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, yeah, that's I like seeing kids that like you know post you know their offers and you know post not interest offers.
Mm-hmm. Offers. Yep.
Interest mean nothing.
Exactly.
You know, we'll get into that, but like interest. No, since we on the subject, let's just go ahead and tackle that.
Go into
Let's
it.
tackle that. All right. Because you get an interest, that does not mean that it's an offer.
Right.
You know, and me myself, I ran through that door before, right? So I got an offer. I got an interest letter from Valpo when I was playing in JUCO. All right. So when I got that letter, like, you know, I thought I'm telling people that's an offer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Homer Drew was the coach then. You know, I'm just excited. You know, and it took for one of my guys to like really break it down to me. Like, look, you on a mailing list. Like, they're watching you, yeah, but that means nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, until they actually tell you that they're gonna offer you and send you either fax you the letter of intent or you go on your visit, or they come to your house. However you gonna know.
Yeah.
You're gonna know that that's the letter of intent. So when they tell you, the head coach tells you like, hey, we want to offer you a full scholarship or partial or whatever it is, that's when you know it's real.
Mm-hmm.
But because you got a letter, that's your foot in the door, and just know that they're watching you.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I mean, that's the difference. And I think a lot of times, a lot of kids, they don't know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really being explained to them and taught.
Right.
So, they also, take that and run the social media with it and say, hey, I got an offer. And then you're not even this material that, you're presenting.
Mm-hmm.
That's not saying all, but I've seen it. I talked to some kids who were like, man, like, he told me, hey, I got an offer from NIU. I'm like, what? Like, I got an offer. I'm like, first off, I know your high school coach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I'm watching you. I know you, so you're not NIU material.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
It's no knock against you, not saying, but I know they didn't offer you. First off, you don't even have the grades.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep it real,
yeah.
and you just not there yet. So, yeah, you might got a letter in the mail, or I'm not denying that at all, but as far as, no.
It'd be a lot of that going on. Yeah, I'm talking to who on staff are you talking to?
Right.
And it's like you ask these questions, and it's kind of like,
right.
If this is what you're doing, we all got smartphones. You mean to tell me
right.
you're having this conversation that you have been waiting on half your life,
right?
And you have no recollection, you
right.
have nothing that you can put on paper, not an email, phone call,
right?
Letter, nothing.
Right.
You got nothing.
Text message.
No text message, no nothing. They ain't send you a pigeon, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
What? Like, how'd you communicate with them?
And you got one of them letters, man, because I used to get them too, like where like the coach, he'll type something up to any recruit that he's really recruiting or watching, and then it's not even his actual signature. It's just like a signature that, like, a copy of it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So first off, that was explained to me too. Like, when you see the actual ink, that's when you know he took the time out to write you individually instead of like, hey, we're recruiting you, or however they word it. But if it's if the signature look the same as the actual letter, is not an actual ink, that's not a real letter.
Right.
That's part of the recruiting process.
Yeah.
So again, a lot of these kids, they just don't understand it. Because again, it hasn't been taught to them, so it's not fully their fault for not knowing and getting excited.
Yeah.
But this is something that also needs to be taught to them, to where they understand, like, okay, I'm getting recruited, and I'm being looked at by, and even though they're looking at me, like, the next goal is to want to get offered if they're watching.